Welcome to a very special casted game, because look who's finally on the ranked ladder. That's right, Aussie Drongo is finally on the ranked ladder, and he's going to be playing the Chinese for us today in the color orange, spawning in on the left hand side of the map. His opponent today in the color red is going to be Marok, and he's going to be playing the Abbasid dynasty for us today, spawning in on the right hand side of the map. So we're on Ancient Spires, a very, very cool map. I've got to say, I love this map ever since the change. Before, this map was absolute trash, but now I absolutely love it. Now that we get the shoreline fish spawning right next to the town centre. And for both civilizations, I would say it's a pretty good map. Especially for the Abbasid dynasty, because the Abbasid dynasty get half price docks, which means they can build their docks all over the map for pretty cheap prices. As you can see, there's quite a few pools over here, and it means the Abbasid dynasty can really cheaply expand onto different pools. However, for the Chinese, they've got a couple things going for them. First of all, their docks train faster than other civilizations, so they're going to be able to create a bit more of a fishing economy a little bit faster than the Abbasid dynasty. And they also have the Barbican. Now, the Barbican works really well on this map, as you can deny an entire pool of fish with the Barbican. So sometimes a Barbican rush works really well on this map to deny out the fish. Sometimes you can deny out a wood line and even a gold line in the process. So we're going to have to see what Aussie decides to go for there. We can see here, he's not actually... There we go, another one in queue. So it's just a little bit behind there. We can see he's collecting up quite a lot of sheep here. We'll take a look, see how many scouts he's on. So Aussie's only decided to go for the one scout. It makes sense if you're going for a fishing economy. You don't really need that many sheep. We'll take a look over here for Marok. He's decided to go for 2 scouts. So he wants to collect in all of those sheep. It's also, you know, going for 2 scouts doesn't mean you just get more sheep. It also means you can scout out your enemy better. And especially if a Barbican rush comes in for Aussie, having 2 scouts can really help. Just you know, you can place them in places. It just means the Barbican placement's delayed a little bit. So 2 scouts is always nice to see. Take a look at the full map again. We see 3 fishing boats out for Aussie right now. Same for Marok. We have to see who decides to expand first. We have to see if they actually decide to expand. Because sometimes we see players not actually expand at all from their initial starting pond. However, it is usually a good idea, especially when you've got these civilizations, especially the Abbasid dynasty with their half-price docks. Like, there's not really a reason not to, unless you're being hardcore rushed. That is the only exception, I would say. We can see we've got an Imperial official out for Aussie as well. He's going to be supervising up that lumber camp, getting in lots and lots of wood right now for his fishing economy. We'll have to see if he's going to be able to get another dock with that. We can see he's already gone for a village over here on the berries. Definitely interesting to see that he's decided to spend that wood on a village already. But we can see a villager now being sent out for Aussie. I wonder if he's going to be going for... I would assume it's this north pond. Yeah, there it is. Very nice spot there. You get to keep all 5 shoreline fish, especially when it's such a small pond as well. You can see over here, I think it'll be a little bit harder to fit in a dock. You might be able to get one in here, but definitely a nice spot here. And we see the benefit of going for 2 scouts here. Marok is going to be able to spot out this villager. Luckily for the Chinese, they can build their docks slightly faster. I mean, I say slightly, I'm pretty sure it's double the speed. However, that might be a villager going down. Aussie does have his scout here as well, though, so he should be alright. We'll have to see if Marok decides to expand out. We see Aussie going for both ponds right now. So he's going to be on 3 ponds in total. Marok's just sticking to 1 pond at the moment. I mean, the shoreline fish don't last forever. You've got 2,500 resources in each pond. So they don't last forever. However, for the early game, it can really, really help out, especially if you want to do some early aggression. I say early, I don't mean like, you know, super, super early, but near the late feudal age, you can get out some really, really good masses. We see the 3rd dock has just been built over here. Aussie does manage to save that villager. Now collecting sheep Or collecting food from the sheep, I should say. So we can see Marok, he's already aging up. He's got his House of Wisdom down, and he's going up with the economic wing. Whereas Aussie's quite a little bit behind. He's still a little bit away. But he'll get there in no time. And we see both scouts now going to be sieging down this dock. But I think it's going to be alright. I mean, not exactly sure what Aussie can do about this. He might be able to... He's close to aging up. And if he does, he might be able to get out of junk. They're relatively cheap. And it would just prevent any sort of burning down without, you know, mass soldiers coming over here. We see finally an expansion over here for Marok. Going onto that second dock over here. We'll have to see if he decides to expand onto this third one. We see Marok actually doing quite a good job here burning down this dock. And we can see Aussie is going to be aging up. He's going to be aging up with the Imperial Academy in the base. We'll have to see where he decides to place the Barbican. I mean, you could probably place it somewhere over here in the middle. That'd be a really nice spot. You know, maybe... we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But we also see a barracks coming down, looking to probably just produce 1 or 2 spearmen just to stop this. Because this is really, really, really annoying. Definitely not what you want to see. We see Marok actually going to be building an outpost over here on the sacred site. Does he think he's playing up against the Delhi? I mean, sure, you get some good map vision, but I'm struggling to see what the benefit of this is. Surely you'd be better off building it over here on the pond, or even on your ponds. But we'll have to see. Aussie's now aged up. He's got 2 spearmen out on the battlefield right now, producing more and more in the queue as well. I'm surprised he's got so many. We do have a stable coming up for Marok as well. So, I mean, the spearmen are definitely going to be handy. I have to see if Aussie's got a junk coming out. No junk coming out yet. But the spearmen are here. So he's going to be able to deny that now. Aussie looking in a pretty good position right now. We'll take a look at the villager count. So Aussie's ahead by 10 villagers right now. And do bear in mind, fishing boats are included in that. So the fishing eco really paying off right now for Aussie. Definitely going to help out. We see Marok still only on 1 fishing boat on this second pond. He's got some more in the queue, but that's quite far behind him. He's only got 4 on this pond as well. We'll have to see how that one pays off for him. I mean, Marok's going to have food a lot longer, whereas Aussie's going to use up all of his food relatively quick, but still not nice to see this third pond not being used and 1 fishing boat on the second pond. Quite a massive spearman now for Aussie. He's upgraded them to the hardened version. Horsemen are out now as well on this dock. Aussie might want to pull a villager over here to just try and repair up that dock. We'll take a look at any eco upgrades that have come in for either of these players. So it doesn't look like Aussie has picked up any at this point. We'll take a look over at Marok. He's picked up wheelbarrow, which is nice to see. Where's his lumber camp? Okay, so only wheelbarrow for Marok. Definitely nice to see. Aussie probably needs to pick up wheelbarrow for himself, and we see him doing that right now. He's about to be pop capped again. Maybe another village coming up somewhere. And now we see Marok going for that aggressive outpost onto the spawning fish pond over here. But luckily for Aussie, he's got some horsemen out. Oh, he's been supervising them up. That's good to see. So he's going to be able to deny that outpost. So maybe if Marok didn't decide to go for this this outpost over here first, he would have been in a much better position to get up that outpost and try and deny some of this food. But unfortunately, that's not what we see. Another couple villagers coming up over here for Aussie, as he is pop capped at the moment. And we see that's some walls coming up from Marok. He is on 2 town center, so I mean, he's trying to play a little bit more defensively right now. But I mean, I don't know if you wanna do that up against the Chinese. The Chinese, Aussie can go Song soon. He'll be on 1.5 town centers. He's also on 3 docks at the moment compared to the 2 docks for Marok. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I would be putting on a little bit more aggression right now if I was Marok, but we'll have to see how that one works out for him. We see Aussie now pushing forwards with 5 spearmen and 5 horsemen at this point. He should be able to take out this dog down here if he finds out about it. Well, let's take a look, see if he's scouted that out. Hasn't actually done any scouting on the enemy. Big error by Aussie right there. Really needs to do a little bit more scouting, especially as he does still have his scouts alive. But there's another benefit of going 2 scout. You can keep one at home to defend annoying raids or whatever on your docks. And you can send one out to, you know, see what's going on with the enemy. Aussie doesn't know that Maroc's on 2 town center right now and producing a ton of spearmen and horsemen. I mean, he does now that Maroc's decided to push out, but definitely something Aussie would like to maybe improve on. And this dock is probably going to be going down for Maroc. We see the Barbican is going to be going up for Aussie. Nice, nice position here, actually. Really good position. Defending up this whole area of the base. Maroc is going to be able to push that back. Lots of hardened spearmen right there. We have to see what unit composition Aussie decides to go into. Seems like he's still just pushing spearmen at the moment. And an archery range is going to be going up. So we have to see if he goes into some Chukanu soon as well. It probably makes sense. Outpost with arrow slits over here is going to be going down. There's quite an investment put in from Maroc that he's going to be losing there for, you know, 1 horseman. 120 damage onto 1 horseman. I wouldn't say that's really worth it. So definitely an odd placement for an outpost. I think it would have been much better over here or just going straight for the aggressive. But we now see Song Dynasty for Aussie. He's got that Barbican of the Sun down. Have we got any more eco upgrades for Aussie? No more eco upgrades. We'll take a look over at Maroc. So both still standing on the same eco upgrades, just having wheelbarrow. However, Aussie is now producing Chukanu. He's not going to be supervising that up. He's still supervising this barracks, which isn't actually producing anything at the moment. So he might want to move that over to the archery range. And at this point in time, I think you definitely want to be pumping out Chukanu, especially when you know your enemy's got primarily just spearmen. Definitely an interesting choice by Maroc going for such heavy spearmen, especially when you know you're up against the Chinese that, you know, love to make Chukanu. And we see Aussie's mass down here is absolutely huge. That's a lot of spearmen and a lot of horsemen. And this dock is going to be going down. Maroc's army's way too far away right now. He's sending some horsemen up to raid. Going to be taking out that dock, I expect. And Maroc's army's just a little bit far behind. And even if they took a head-to-head engagement right here, Aussie, he doesn't actually have the spearman mass. But, I mean, he can just pull back with that. That is a lot of spearmen. We'll see what both players are up to. I think Maroc might be looking for a bit of an age up. I mean, that's a lot of gold he's gathering. He doesn't have any blacksmith techs at the moment. We'll take a look over at Aussie. He's grabbed his what's it called? I've forgotten the name. It's the damage for his archers and Chukanu, which is definitely what you want with the Chukanu, because that upgrade, it's not just a +1, it's a +3, because Chukanu shoot three shots at once, which is definitely a good upgrade. We see Maroc being quite a pain right now with the 4 horsemen he sent up there. He is going to be losing them though. I don't think it caused too much of a pain there. We see more and more archery ranges are going to be going up. That's going to be a total of 4 archery ranges right now for Aussie. He's definitely looking to stick to H2. However, Maroc's aging up. He's going up with a culture wing. Aussie might have a good timing attack. But if he leaves it too late, Maroc could get up a mangonel. He's not saving up any wood though. If I were Maroc, I would be chopping lots of wood right now, then build like a mangonel and a ton of men-at-arms as soon as I age up. But we'll have to see. He's going for the phalanx upgrade right now. Definitely a nice upgrade when you got so many spearmen, especially when you're going up against primarily enemy spearmen as well. If you can grab his veterancy upgrade as well, that'd be really, really nice. But Aussie might have a really good timing attack right now. Aussie's pushing into the base right now with horsemen. It's a lot of spearmen and Chukanu. Aussie knows he's got to push in now. Spearman mass pushing forward from Maroc. He might want to wait. If I were him, I would be waiting for the veterancy upgrade. But he's going to be pushing in now. This might be a huge mistake for Maroc. He's going to be losing so many spearmen here. But he's trying to save as much production as possible. We have more and more reinforcements coming in from Aussie. Men-at-arms are starting to be produced for Maroc. Definitely what he wants right now. But he needs to start massing them up a little bit before he sends them into combat, because Aussie is absolutely demolishing Maroc right now. That's so many spearmen gone, and Maroc still doesn't have the veterancy upgrade. And now we have rams coming down from Aussie as well. He's looking in a great position right now. He's going to be able to start to burn down some of these houses. And when the houses are gone, Morocco's going to be pop capped. And then no more units are going to be coming out. We can see he's massing up men-at-arms over here. Eco is going to be prodded at as well. Aussie doing an amazing job right now. 15 villagers inside of the town center. And even more being idled right now. No upgrades in for Morocco either. The rams are out. They're going to be starting to do some real damage right now. Morocco really needs to build up a massive men-at-arms. He's got quite a few here, but unfortunately, however good men-at-arms are against age 2 units, the massive units Aussie has right now is kind of uncomparable. We see Aussie's actually gone for a second town center behind this as well. We'll take a look at the vill count. Aussie's ahead by, what's that, 16 villagers? I think that's 16 villagers. I'm not great at maths. And we can see 2 rams doing so much damage right now. He's trying to take out the stables, which is interesting. I would be wanting to take out the houses, try to pop cap Maroc. Got the O and the A mixed up for a second there. And we see just more and more reinforcements being pushed by Aussie right now. Doing a really good job. He wants to bring this ram back, though. I don't know where he's off to. He's off to Barbados for a week. And we see more and more men-at-arms are being pushed by Morocco, but he's not massing them. He just keeps sending them in, and all of these Chukanu and Spearmen can just target them down, and they do hardly any damage. Look at all of these villagers being idled here by Morocco as well. That's 22 villagers that are just standing under the town center right now. He's got bigger issues. He's building a mangonel. This might be his comeback. But he's going to need to build a little bit faster. Horsemen are here as well. Where are Aussie's horsemen? They're down here. He needs to send them up right now to try and destroy the mangonel. Aussie has reached the castle age, so he's still going to be in a really, really nice position. But Aussie would be in an even better position if he managed to take out this mangonel. But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to. The mangonel is now up, and that is a massive men-at-arms. So I think Aussie may have to retreat soon. Where did that ram go to? I have no clue where the ram... Oh, there it is. It's enjoying its time near the Barbican of the Sun. Having its little holiday. And this is a bit of a cleanup for Morocco. Lots of damage put onto those Chukanu. However, Aussie's done so much damage right there. We'll take a look at the villager count. Aussie's ahead by 20 villagers right now. Aussie picked up a ton of villagers over on that gold mine as well. Wow. Aussie looking in a really good position right now. However, Morocco has managed to hold. So he might have a bit of a comeback. Because Aussie is going to have to retreat. He's got his veterancy upgrades in for the Chukanu. But Aussie is going to have to make some... What is this, Aussie? Why? I mean, I guess you can find the villagers. Yeah, okay, I take that back. Maybe it is a good idea. But right now, having the Clockwork Tower up against the Abbasid dynasty is really, really nice. Because, you know, the Abbasid, they love to make their mangonels and their springalds on the battlefield. And having the Clockwork Tower is so, so nice for springalds. But, I mean, I guess it makes sense on this map for Imperial Palace. You can see where the villagers are. That's probably how Aussie managed to spot all of the villagers over here on the gold mine. So I guess it makes sense. However, you know, Clockwork Tower right now would be really nice. So maybe he looks to go into that next. Or is he just going to be making a siege workshop? Or is he just going to be able to make horsemen? I think it's going to be the horseman approach. We see no sort of siege workshop going down right now. We'll take a look at the resource count. Aussie's floating so much right now. We actually have a ship coming in. A war junk coming in over here. Interesting. Okay. I mean, you might be able to get a couple shots on from afar. Yeah, I mean, I guess it works. So Morocco's managed to expand a little bit. Not on water, unfortunately, but his villager count's looking pretty decent right now. That's Aussie's. I mean, you've only got 3 fishing boats. So, I mean, at least you got villagers. In the long run, villagers are better than fishing boats because the fishing boats do eventually run out. We see quite a mass being built here for Aussie. He's got... Let's take a quick look. He's got 18 spearmen, 21 Chukanu, 18 horsemen, and the ram that went to Barbados. Interesting to see how it walked all the way back home. Not exactly sure what the move was there for Aussie, but I'm sure he's got his tactical strategy. There was some reason for it, trust me. We see Aussie is going to be going into stone now. He's almost got enough for a keep. We'll have to see where he decides to place that. I mean, you might want to go over here somewhere. And then you might want to wall this up, because this is some valuable eco right here. You do have the village you can garrison in. But, you know, still not really what you want. We hear more and more things being deleted. Where are they being... Oh, is that it? Yeah, that's it. So Aussie's just deleting some of those fishing boats. I mean, yeah, when they start to run a bit dry, there's no point in having them, especially when you're being pop-capped. But we see Marok is pushing forwards. He's got a big, massive men-at-arms and a mangonel. Bit of a bug right there. Did you guys see that? Something along here. Not sure what that was. And I mean, it's a pretty good composition up against Aussie. Men-at-arms are pretty decent up against this. Horsemen, I mean, horsemen are probably the best unit up against men-at-arms. But still not the best. We'll have to see what... Oh, whoa. That's a lot of upgrades for Aussie. Fully upgraded right there. We'll have a look over here from Marok. He's got a few upgrades. Still not as many as Aussie. So Aussie might be looking in a good position here. He really wants a sacred site, doesn't he? Marok is obsessed with this sacred site. We see a big fight here. Aussie's going to be throwing away a lot of horsemen. Aussie, you need to be paying attention right there. You're going to be losing a lot of horsemen. That was quite a few horsemen going down. I think Marok might be trying to go for a bit of a sacred site win, maybe. He's trying to... he's captured this northern one. Now he's trying to capture the southern one. Two mangonels here are here as well. He needs to get these in combat, though. They're a long way away. I don't know if Marok wants to be taking this fight. He's underneath the Barbican of the Sun and the town center. Mangonel shots going off. Takes out a huge amount of Chukanu right there. This isn't looking bad for Marok. A couple more shots from the mangonels, and you might be looking really good. But the mangonels are just standing here. Damage going on over to the Chukanu. But Marok doesn't have many reinforcements. He's got a few coming in. But Aussie's got even more. Look at all these fire lancers being massed right now for Aussie. Interesting that he's decided to go for the fire lancers now. And it seems like it's a bit of a wipe here. Especially with these fire lancers coming in. Fire lancers do really, really well up against these kind of men-at-arms units. Maybe not so much the spearmen. However, it's still going to be a wipe. We've got a bit of a keep drop coming in from Marok, but I don't think this is going to be going up. We got 14 villagers coming in, but I think it's too late for that. We got the ram over here that should be able to take that out. We just got so many reinforcements coming in from Aussie right now. He's still got his Imperial Palace as well. He should know that this... he should be able to see this. Especially with fire lancers here as well. He's going to be... he's easily going to be able to take this out. This is a huge error from Marok. He's going to be losing so much resources right now. And there we go. The keep has been cancelled. And all of the villagers are going to be going down right there. Aussie just pumping out units right now. We'll take a look at the villager count again. Aussie's on 104 villagers compared to 79 for Marok. Marok is still way behind in villager count. So Aussie definitely still in the lead. I think that was a bit of a throw from Marok. He was looking in a pretty decent position right there. He just needed to pull back with his force, let the mangonels do the work, get their keep up in a nice defensive position. But he kind of threw away his army there. And now this massive fire lancer for Aussie is looking really good. He's got the Imperial Palace out, so he knows exactly where all of these villagers are. That's going to be a lot of dead villagers. Or at least idle villagers as well. Mangonel trying to be built over here as well for Marok. But... And another keep! What is he doing? He wants to sacrifice all of these villagers. Aussie's just going to be able to charge right into the back of these villagers. That's going to be a lot of dead vills. Oh, you can hear the gunpowder shots going off right there. You gotta love to hear it. And then Aussie's pushing into the base as well at the same time. All of the villagers are going to be going down. Marok's going to have to pull some more villagers, I think, if he wants to get this up. Although he's still got a couple there. He might be able to get this up. If he gets this up, he'll be looking in a much better position. However, more and more villagers are going down from Marok. Aussie's just doing such an amazing job right now with the raiding. The keep did manage to go up. And Marok's got quite a good army here. A load of spearmen and a load of crossbowmen. So definitely looking alright when it comes to the army composition. However, the villagers aren't looking so good. Down to 67 villagers, and more are going to be going down, and more are being idled right now. Aussie's done a really good job this game, just confining Marok into his base. He still has his sacred site. I mean, maybe Aussie wants to try and take out this tower, capture up the sacred site for himself. You want to try to deny as much gold from Marok as possible, especially when he's in this kind of position. I think he's only got this 1 gold left. So denying him this gold and the sacred site is definitely a good idea. We see that's actually what Aussie's going to be doing right now as well. Putting those spearmen to try and burn down this outpost. The outpost is going to be going down there. More and more villagers are going to be going down as well. Marok is bringing in the relics right now. How many has he got? He's got 2. He's going to have 3 in the bank, which is definitely a decent number. It's going to be 300 gold a minute. And I mean, Abbasid don't really need that much gold. The only thing that they need gold for is siege and possibly crossbow. They do love their crossbow. But mainly they like to go for the spearmen or the horsemen. And we see this ram is still alive. This ram's been through some stuff this game. It's on the move again, and we see 2 junks are out for Aussie over here. 1 war junk, 1 regular junk. And it seems like Marok is going to be pushing out. Horsemen are through for Aussie over here as well. That's going to be some more dead vills. But Marok, not the ram. Seems like the ram managed to escape out of that one alive. Marok is going to be able to clean up these horsemen right here, or the fire lancers. And these fire lancers for Aussie have done so much work this game. So many villagers going down, and Marok doesn't even know about it. What is he doing right now? Does he not know? Marok is on 65 villagers. Aussie's on 113. Aussie's looking in a super good position right now. We have an aggressive keep. Well, it's not aggressive. It's a mid-map keep onto the sacred site. And Aussie is going to be aging up behind this. Where is that age up? There it is. It's going to be the Spirit Way. I mean, why didn't you build it over here, Aussie? With all your production buildings. I mean, you know, sure, that works. It works over here. It works. I'm just surprised, you know, you had a really nice position, like, right here. You could have stuck it. Get some cheaper units, but, it's alright, it's alright. We got 2 lancers out here for Marok. Gonna be doing some raiding. Took out quite a few villagers, it seems. Aussie definitely needs to do something about that, but that's a lot of villagers onto gold. I don't think Marok realizes what age up Aussie went with to age 3. He's got Imperial spies, and I mean, Aussie's got a massive horseman right now. Where are they? I saw them literally a second ago. They're right here. And, yeah. So, I mean, these villagers could be in some trouble. He definitely needs to get up a keep over here as well. Many spearmen have been brought over here to defend from the 2 lancers. I mean, definitely nice to see. You don't want to be losing villagers like Marok was doing over here. So many villagers went down over here. How many town centers is Marok on at the moment? He's on 2 town centers. Okay. I mean, Aussie, he's also on 2, and he's on Song. Well, he was on Song. So he's going to have many more villagers. 2 relics in for Aussie as well. And the sacred site. Now we have a ram coming up from Marok. With those 3 mangonels, I mean, Aussie's got a defensive keep over here, plus some walls. And we've got elite fire lancers up as well here. Marok still looking to stay age 3. He's struggling for food a little bit. He just doesn't have the villager capacity. And... oh... Marok got lucky that he spotted out those horsemen. That could have been really bad. Marok just doesn't have the farms. I mean, he's got farms over here. I'm surprised he doesn't transition some villagers over here and just fix this wall up. Because these fire lancers... no, Marok! Oh, God, Marok. This is not looking good. They're going to be going right into the base. And these spearmen are just so damn slow. Marok's definitely going to have to make something work with the next push here. I mean, where is Aussie's army? Oh, it's right here, pushing the front of the base right now. We got elite spearmen pushing into the base right here. Oh, Fire Lance is doing so much work right now. All of the villagers are going to be going down. Morocco has no gold at the moment. Well, he's got a ton of gold, but no access to gold. He doesn't have enough food to age up. He was trying to go for the age up, but I think it's too late at this point. He needs to get out some units right now, but he's not training anything. This is not looking good at all. We got the ram from earlier, finally making us return to the base of Morocco. And we got a bit of a push from Morocco right here. He's taking out the keep, but all of these reinforcements are going to be pushing away this army. Spearman actually taking out the mangonels right now. And I think that will be the end of this push for Morocco. Just such a huge army right here. And there we go. Good game is called. Wow, what a game by Aussie and Morocco. So Aussie certainly still does have the skills after, like, what? 4 months of not playing ranked? So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this, please do feel free to leave a like. And if you're feeling extra generous, please feel free to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.